All rise. Judge Vanderby Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1020, Jenkins case. Judge, both parties have been sworn.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Harrison.
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I am here today to request child support and back pay for my 2-year-old daughter.
Okay. And where is Dad?
That's a really good question. I'm wondering the same myself.
I mean, me too. It looks like he was served to be here today.
Yep.
So we can just continue without him.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know how much Dad makes? Do you have any financial information on him whatsoever?
I know he definitely makes over $100K a year.
Okay. And what does he do for a living?
He's a neurosurgeon.
Neurosurgeon, all right. Do you have an exact...
All right, folks, get ready. Today we're breaking down the intense legal battle in the Harrison case. Ms. Harrison is fighting for child support and back pay for her 2-year-old daughter. But here's where it gets interesting. The child's father, a highly paid neurosurgeon, didn't even bother to show up in court despite being properly served. That's a bold move, but definitely not a wise one. The judge isn't about to let his absence slow things down and pushes forward without hesitation. According to Ms. Harrison, the father earns over $130,000 a year, yet hasn't contributed a single cent to their child's care. Now, with the judge preparing to calculate what he owes, this case is shaping up to be a courtroom showdown. Let's see how it all unfolds.
Amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Do you know how long he's been a neurosurgeon?
About at least 7 years. 7
years, okay. And you said he makes over 100. Do you have an exact number that he makes?
If I had to guesstimate, I would say about 130.
130? That's about average?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And did you do any research to see if that was like customary for somebody who's been a neurosurgeon for all that time? Or is that like entry?
I think that's about average, so it definitely could be higher.
Okay, so we'll just base it at that then.
Okay.
Okay, and then you say you're requesting back pay.
Yes.
For the past 2 years, he hasn't provided anything?
That's correct.
Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. My name is Vonda Bailey and I'm a licensed attorney in the state of Texas, and I handle matters that are related to child support, child custody, divorce, and adoption. So if you need help in any one of those areas,
That's correct.
Okay. Did your daughter go to daycare or anything like that?
Yes, but I provide health care and daycare for my daughter.
Thank you for saying that. How much is health care?
That is about $125.
$125?
Monthly, yes.
Okay. And the $125, is that for your daughter only, or is that for you as well?
Daughter only.
Okay.
Ms. Harrison takes the stand with confidence, delivering her testimony with clarity and precision. She reiterates a key point. Her child's father, a practicing neurosurgeon, earns an estimated $130,000 per year, more than enough to provide financial stability for their daughter. Yet, despite his substantial income, he has completely ignored his financial responsibilities as a parent. Ms. Harrison explains how she has shouldered every expense on her own, covering critical costs like healthcare and daycare without a single contribution from him. The judge listens intently, noting the stark financial disparity between the two. With every statement, her case gains momentum, painting a vivid picture of a mother fighting to secure what her child rightfully deserves. As the courtroom absorbs the weight of her testimony, it becomes clear the moment of judgment is drawing near.
Let's see. So we're going to do some calculations here. Does he have any other children?
Yes, he has 2 other children.
2 other children. Okay. So based on 16%. And he will have to reimburse you the $125 back per month for the child. He's not here to dispute or say anything different, so it'll be based on the testimony that you provide, assuming of course that you're being honest about what the numbers are. Based on 130, roughly about 130, I have his gross at $11,333 a month, which brings his net to $8,550. Reimbursement for the $125 health insurance, child support amount comes out to $1,485. Now you said you want back child support Are you asking for that for the past 24 months since your daughter has been born, or?
Yes.
Okay.
He's been in and out of the picture, but not financially, and I truly believe parenting it takes both sides to be there, so.
I mean, correct. I just wasn't sure if you were asking from the date of birth or it was a certain number of months that you were looking for.
Yeah, 24 months.
24 months, okay. So, 1,485 at the past 24 months is $35,640 a month. So what we'll do, because that number is so high, is add $500 for the back pay.
My name's Naru Witherspoon. I'm an attorney and I'm licensed in Illinois, Texas, and Missouri. I handle cases for families all over the nation. And I want to talk to you about Vonda Bailey. Vonda Bailey is a family law attorney and she handles high-profile, high-net-worth cases. If you're listening to this message and you're a high-value individual, a high-profile individual, you must give Vonda Bailey a call. What does that mean? If you have properties, if you have assets, if you have 401k plans, compensation packages that are complex, I want you to give Vonda Bailey a call. Vonda Bailey, she's an amazing attorney. She might be expensive, but it's worth it. Give Vonda Bailey a call.
The judge wastes no time meticulously crunching the numbers to determine the father's child support obligation. Taking into account his estimated annual income, necessary expenses, and the fact that he has 2 other children, the final ruling is clear. He must pay $1,485 per month in child support. But Ms. Harrison isn't stopping there. She demands back pay for the past 24 months, and the judge grants it without hesitation. To settle the $35,640 in arrears, an additional $500 per month is added on top of his regular payments. Since the father failed to appear in court, he loses any right to dispute the calculations. The judge swiftly enters a default order, proving that skipping court isn't just a bold move, it's a costly one. The ruling is final, and the financial consequences are unavoidable.
So pretty much after the $35,640 is paid off, the $500 that you will be receiving additionally will go back down to the $1,485. So $1,485 plus $500, that brings your monthly obligation, his monthly obligation that you will receive for the child to $1,985. Okay? And that obligation will start on the 1st of next month, and once the withholding order and everything goes to his employer, you'll receive that amount every month. Okay? Now, he has the right to come back and dispute that if he believes the amount is incorrect. But today, because he didn't show up, I'm going to go ahead and enter a default.
Okay.
Okay? Do you have any other questions?
Just one quick question. If my number is lower and it turns out that he does with you more, is that number going to change?
That's a great question, and yes, it will change.
Okay.
Unless he can, like I said, if he can bring in something that shows differently, and if he brings in any financial documents that shows that it's higher, his child support will be raised.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing further, you are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Before wrapping up the proceedings, the judge makes one final clarification. The father does have the right to challenge the ruling in the future, but only if he can provide solid proof that his actual income differs from the court's estimate. Until then, the decision stands, and Ms. Harrison will receive $1,985 per month, including arrears repayment. The judge takes this opportunity to deliver a firm warning. Ignoring legal obligations comes with serious financial and legal consequences. This case serves as a cautionary tale. Courts don't wait for no-shows, and neither does justice. As the case comes to a close, Judge Werby drives home the key takeaway. Skipping court didn't protect the father from a ruling. It only made things worse. His absence didn't stall the process. It simply ensured that the court ruled in Ms. Harrison's favor. The message is loud and clear. Once you've been served, showing up isn't optional. The court has full authority to proceed without you. But beyond one parent's failure to take responsibility, this case highlights something bigger. The legal system exists to ensure that children receive the financial support they deserve. Whether it's personal drama or legal principles at play, one thing is certain: you can dodge court, but you can't dodge the consequences.